I wanted to make pizza for dinner, but my wife, she wanted salmon bites. So naturally we compromised and I made salmon bites. So here's the recipe I created for her. Take your salmon and cut into small bite-sized squares. Transfer your salmon into a bowl, then cover in some oil and add 2 teaspoons of 5-spice. Get down and dirty and mix that 5-spice thoroughly into your salmon. For the sauce, I added oyster sauce, soy sauce, white rice vinegar, some sriracha, sesame oil, sweet chili, honey, and some minced chili for that little bit of heat. Throw your salmon into the air fryer for around 8 minutes on 160 until they're almost cooked through. To a hot frying pan, we're going to add our sauce and let that reduce down, then throw in our salmon and finish cooking it in this delicious sauce. Finish the salmon with some sesame seeds, and then you can throw this on top of some rice, noodles, whatever your heart desires. I tossed a bit of pak choy in the pan with the sauce as well, creating the most amazing salmon dish. My wife loved it and hasn't stopped asking me to make it since. So why not give it a go and see for yourself.
Connie cuts honey garlic salmon.
Salmon?
Cut into strips, season with salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper.
For the sauce, add lemon juice. Oh my god.
For the sauce, add lemon, honey, water.
Stir, stir, stir.
Cooking time. Add minced garlic, add the sauce.
The last time I made salmon, I cooked it meat side down first, so this time I'm going to try skin side down first. Hopefully I will be able to get a crispier skin. The first tip I saw from my last video was to descale the fish, which I've never done before, so I'm not quite sure if I did it correctly. Then on one of the fillets, I scored the skin so that it could cook evenly. So I was panicking because I forgot which way to cut it and then accidentally scored it too deep. Another tip was to pat the salmon dry with paper towels to get a good sear. I seasoned the skin with some salt and pepper. I added some oil to a medium hot pan and added the salmon in. I seasoned with some more salt and pepper. The first salmon was cooking at a much quicker pace than the second one I put in, so I'm going to need to talk to the manager, get a new stove or a new pan because I put them in within 10 seconds of each other. After 6.5 minutes, I flipped the first one and the middle piece of skin stuck and then ripped, and I was sad. I was a little more careful with the second one and it was beautiful. I sliced up the other half of the lemon I used in yesterday's video and just tossed it in with the oil as a garnish. I plated some of the leftover spicy asparagus from yesterday. The meat was a little bit overdone for my taste. I only added the lemon to make it look pretty, but it made the salmon taste much better. I'm happy with the results. Next step is learning how to cut a salmon correctly.
What's up guys? So today I want to show you guys how to make the most delicious pan-seared salmon. It's really easy for meal prep, and let me show you guys how to get down. So for me, whenever I'm thinking meal prep, I'm thinking like a cheaper solution or something that is going to last and I can get a lot out of a little. All right. So I have this huge salmon portion. I'm going to show you guys how to get the skin off. So all I did was get a knife and kind of score about 1 inch in from the tip, just something I can get my hand under. The gloves are too wet, so I went ahead and used a paper towel to grip one side of it. And now I'm just sliding underneath between the skin and the salmon. Now as my hand is sliding forward to go underneath the salmon, my left hand is pulling that skin back. That's the reason why I had to grab the paper towel. And you just want to make sure that you're carefully running your hand all the way to the opposite end of the salmon, just being careful not to break too much. I actually had a slippery cutting board on this one, so I had to get it more sturdy. Look, this may seem like it's a lot of work, but I promise this is way easier than you think. And do not, I repeat, do not pour boiling water on the skin of the salmon to get the skin off. This is the easiest method, clearly, as you can see, right? So the next step is to cut this belly meat off. I want all my salmon fillets that I make out of this to be the same thickness. So I'm taking this belly meat off, which is usually the thinnest part. So then I'm going to go ahead with a sharp knife. I just cut that edge off as well. And I'm getting about 2 inches in because I'm trying to do about 6-ounce fillets here. You can do even thicker if you want to, but I'm going about 2 inches in and I'm just going to slice my fillets. To me, a 6-ounce portion of salmon is like the best portion for me to get. You can put it on top of a salad. You can put it on top of some rice. I use these for my crab stuffed salmon that I made. These are even a perfect size for that spinach and cream cheese stuffed salmon that I did as well. Anyway, salmon bites, the salmon BLT, however you want to prepare the salmon, I'm just showing you guys how to break down the salmon from start to finish. Like this last piece right here, you can even grind this one down and make salmon croquettes with it. All right, that's enough for me. Anyways, now that we got the salmon all broken down into the 6-ounce fillets, we can get this ready for the next preparation. For some reason, anytime I'm seasoning now, I make sure to coat the meat with some avocado oil first. For me, it helps to coat the meat completely for whatever seasoning that you're trying to put so it can be evenly distributed. The next thing I went in was some lemon pepper. I like to use lemon pepper or fresh lemon and lemon zest on any seafood that I do. The next was some Tony Chachere's Cajun seasoning. You can use a salt-free if you're worried about the salt content, and then some smoked paprika. After I seasoned these things up, I just rubbed it all down onto the salmon. Keep in mind I didn't season both sides because I knew I was going to mix this together like this. So in the hot pan over medium-high heat, I got about a teaspoon of avocado oil down. Once it was really hot, I put my salmon fillets in there. These salmon fillets aren't too big, so they're really only going to take about 4 minutes on each side, if that, to cook fully through. After I got these seared on both sides, I added about a knob of butter. I turned the heat down to low or medium low, and then I began to baste all the salmon fillets. The good baste, these are going to be shining like new money. Perfect sear, plenty of flavor, and ready for whatever meal prep you got. This one out, and it's a wrap. Let's go.
There are so many different ways to prepare salmon, but today we're going to do the quick and easy route, which is simply pan frying and coating it with a sticky honey garlic glaze. You'll want to start by coating your salmon fillets with some potato starch. You can also use AP flour, but to really help the salmon shine and keep it light, any kind of starch is preferred. Then once they're just about cooked through, you can set them aside and prepare the sauce in the same pan. Saute some minced garlic with butter, optionally adding in some chili flakes for spice, and squeeze in lime juice to brighten up the flavors along with soy sauce and honey. As soon as the sauce reduces, add back in the salmon fillets and spoon on the sauce until sticky and it coats the salmon. This is the perfect weeknight meal, served with a bowl of rice and fresh veggies on the side, or maybe even on top of a salad. Either way, it's really good.